Today I'm taking a closer look at a cordless drill from Festool. This is a lithium-ion T18. Now the T18 is a 18-volt lithium-ion battery cordless drill, and that lithium-ion battery slaps on to the bottom of the drill. And the fit and finish of this drill is exactly what you'd expect from Festool, which is to say the highest quality, everything about this drill, the way it feels and the way it operates, just fantastic. Let me go ahead and show you a close-up of all the features that are included as part of this drill. This drill comes in a new T-lock sustainer, and we've got the drill itself with one battery pack, a second battery pack, the keyless chuck over here. The CENTROTEC chuck and bit holder is on the drill, and of course charger for charging the batteries. Now this is the set, and that set also includes an eccentric chuck, offset chuck here, and also a right angle chuck. And I love that on the boxes Festool includes a picture of where everything goes, so once you take it out of the box you can always get it right back in. So let me go ahead and show you the features found here on the T18. Now right at the top is a speed setting 1 and 2. 1 goes up to 450 RPMs and 2 goes up to 1500 RPMs. And of course it's variable speed with how far you depress the trigger. Starts off very slowly and then ramps all the way up. Now also on the top is a switch between drilling and driving mode. And of course drilling has no torque setting, but the driver will have a torque setting, and that torque setting is found here on the back. There's a dial here for the torque setting. Now this is different than previous models. Some of those previous models had a dial here on the top, and drilling was at the end of the dial, and then all the torque settings. So this is great. You can keep your torque setting here at the back of the drill, and then just switch between drilling and driving modes. Moving down the drill, we've got forward and reverse trigger that is right above the on-off trigger. And it's easily depressed with a thumb on this side and index finger on that side. Of course, we've got the variable speed trigger. The more you pull, the faster it goes. And there's an LED on the front that comes on and off with the trigger. But it stays on a little bit longer even after you've let go of the trigger, for about 1 or 2 seconds. And that's pretty cool to be able to light up everything in front of you for just that little bit longer once you're done drilling or driving, to make sure you've got what you want. There's on-bit storage here on the base. A couple of bits fit into magnetic holders. And of course the lithium-ion battery slides in here at the base. Now this drill can also take nickel-cad or nickel-metal hybrid batteries also from Festool. On the back there's battery level, which is pretty cool, so it tells you how much charge is left in your battery. And there's also a belt hook here at the base that can be on the left side, or you can flip it over to the right side, or you can quickly pop it off if it's getting in your way. Now the T18 comes with 2 chucks standard. One is the CENTROTEC chuck, which is a quick change chuck from Festool. Drill bits fit, Festool drill bits fit straight into the front of this chuck, or a bit holder can go in here for your driving bits. And that easily comes on and off of the front. For the second standard chuck is a keyless, half-inch keyless chuck. Pops right on. And of course this can fit all different kind of drill bits or driver bits in this half-inch chuck. Now the complete set comes with 2 other chucks as well. The first is an eccentric or offset chuck. And this is great for getting into corners, especially corners of cabinets. So it's offset from the center. Now the bit is all the way up here in the corner. And this is great if you're working in a cabinet. You can see back in the corner of the cabinet. Now I can get all the way up into the corner. This is the back corner of a cabinet. My bit is now right in the corner rather than being down further away from that corner. So that's the eccentric chuck. And finally there's a right angle chuck, which is also handy for various projects, especially getting into tight spaces. I can put this in and get into a really narrow space and drive or drill a hole to the left or to the right. So I can pop a driver bit right into that chuck and now get something into this narrow and go ahead and drive a screw. You can also use this right angle chuck with the keyless chuck or with the CENTROTEC chuck. Pop that on, and it's got 16 different positions that you can rotate around, both this and the eccentric chuck. You can put into various positions, pointing in different directions. And what you don't see is some of the technology that is inside of this drill, which includes a brushless motor for a longer lasting tool and an electronic torque chuck rather than mechanical. So normally you're used to hearing that clicking when you've reached your torque setting. This one, this drill just stops drilling and beeps at you when you've reached that, which is pretty cool. It'll also beep when your battery is getting low. It'll beep at you and let you know your battery is just about out of juice. The fit and finish is exactly what you'd expect from a Festool tool. It feels great. Ergonomics are really nice. It's nicely balanced. The battery is pretty heavy. I mean, this is an 18-volt battery, so the battery pack is on the heavier side, of course, and so is the top of the drill with all the metal components inside of here. So it balances out pretty nicely when you've got the whole thing together, but it's a little bit on the heavier side in terms of drills, and that's because it is that 18-volt and it packs a lot of power. So let's go ahead and drive and drill and check it out. So here I've been having fun driving in some 2-inch screws into this 8/4 piece of hard maple. No pre-drilling or anything, just driving the screws right in. That's on the first setting, so 450 RPM on the driver mode, and the torque I have at about 22 there on the back. Let me ratchet down the torque and we'll get it down to about 15 or 16, and we'll get it to see if we can get the beep when it reaches that desired torque. There it is. Oops, my bit got stuck in there. So let's go ahead and crank it up to the second speed and just see just how fast we can drive these in. And I'll go ahead and crank the torque all the way back up, about 22. We can drive these all the way into this 8/4 hard maple and see how fast they go. Pretty quickly. Not bad. Now let's go ahead and drill a couple holes and see how we do. I've gone ahead and put on the keyless chuck and put on a 1-inch Forstner bit, set it to the drilling mode, and we've got the second speed here, faster speed, so let's give that a shot. And that's about inch deep or so, and that went pretty quickly. Let me give you a little comparison between the T18 and the drill I've been using for the last 5 years or so, which is the Festool C12. Now, first you notice a little bit different shape. The T18 has a battery, a single handle with the battery hanging down below, and the C12 has this auxiliary kind of handle in front with the battery down below. A lot of the features are very similar. The chucks are the same. The 4 different chucks work on the T18, also work on the C12, same chucks. The battery slips on and off the bottom the same way. This is a nickel cadmium battery, and of course it's only about 12 volts versus this guy at 18 volts. This drill is a little bit bigger, a little bit taller. Here you can see side by side. It's a little bit taller, about the same front to back, almost identically the same from the tip all the way to the toe. And the battery at the bottom front to back is also pretty much exactly the same. T18 is just a little bit taller. Another difference is, as I mentioned before, that here on the top of the T18 you've got the drill or driving mode and then the torque setting here at the back, whereas on the C12 it's all built into the same mechanism. The driver's here at the end, and then you ratchet it down to your torque. When you want to drive again, drill again, you go all the way back to the drill setting. Here you get to keep your torque setting and switch between the driller and driving modes. This has the LED light on the front, which is a new feature. This has the electronic chuck that we heard with the beeping. All in all, the fit and finish, very similar, slightly different weight distribution due to the handle and of course the battery. And the 18 definitely weighs maybe like about a pound more. Not too noticeable, but definitely a little bit bigger, of course, as due to the beefiness of this guy at 18 volts. I've been using this in and out of my shop every day for the last 5 years or so, and it works today just as well as it did when I first bought it. So I expect no less from this new T18. That's the T18 Lithium ion drill from Festool. I've been using it around the shop and it does everything that I've been expecting it to do. It's got all the different chucks to handle different projects in your shop, and it's got that Festool quality. Now, I've been using a Festool drill in my shop for the last 5 years or so, and it is still working great. So I expect nothing less from this new drill from Festool. It's got all the features you would expect and then some. Great stuff inside the housing that you can't see. And it comes with a 3-year warranty on the whole thing, including the batteries, which is just awesome. So if you're looking for a drill driver around your shop, check out the T18.